Good morning, my friends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is about 9:17, 9:18 on the 24th of July. It is boiling hot. So if you guys enjoy hot weather, welcome. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about love, life, and the great beyond. And hi, we're here. Welcome to the the Heaven Hotline. So my name is Rory. If you've never been here, welcome. We do these live streams as a means to give back to the community, which has given me so much in the form of helping this YouTube channel grow. And so I like to give back every Sunday at like 9:15-ish and give life advice to you. So if you have life advice, if you have a question about dating, a question about breakups, a question really just about anything in general, I am at your disposal. I know, I like the background. What do you guys think? I rented the place, still cheaper than New York City apartments. $3,000 a month, you get to live in heaven. Who would have thought? So, I do have a video coming up, and depending on how today goes, depending on how the process of the video goes, I'll announce it early. You guys will be able to see it. Hi Paloma, how are you? Victus, how are you? Miss Tolly, how are you? Hi Savory, how's it going? Hi Rory, I just wanted to say thank you for your advice and guidance. 6 months after my breakup, I started dating again and feeling pretty good about it. Thank you. Wouldn't have done it without you. You deserve it. This is the reward for hard work, right? And hard work is it's not always obvious what to do, is it? Right? Going to the gym is obvious, but is going to the counselor, is working on trauma, things like that. They're not always incredibly obvious. So, how's it going, Nimrod? How are you? Paul, what's going on? Like the Soarin' ride at Disney? This is kind of like Soarin', isn't it? That's funny. Compartista, what's going on? Lady D, how are you? Dylan Jennings says, why is it that when I begin talking to and dating people, I lose interest immediately? So that is a good, I like that. Yeah, that's a good question. It's hard to sum up, and it's something I've always wanted to do a video on, but I never knew exactly what to call the video. It's like cat and mouse, right? So when we're not sure when someone else is interested, what do? We pursue, we chase, we try and get a read on them, because we generally don't like uncertainty, and that's basically what we're dealing with in these situations is uncertainty, right? So if you like someone enough to talk to them, right? You're attracted to them, you see them, you're physically into them, and you decide, okay, well, let's see what the next step is, right? So you begin talking to them to find out that they're actually maybe pretty interested in you too. And as you're talking to them, you're losing interest. That is one of several things. Number one, 9 times out of 10 it's trauma, right? So I'm glad to hear that you're in therapy. But number two, it could just be, and this is something I really want you to kind of sit with and really self-reflect on, is it could just be that you maybe just found out some things about them you didn't like. Maybe you gained a little more information about them, and now you're just kind of like, you know? But I'm glad to hear that you're in therapy, man. Good on you. Good on you. Maureen, how are you? Good to have you here. What would you do in the case where your ex, who you think is the love of your life, has completely cut you off, blocked everywhere, and ignored all of your attempts to rekindle things? Give up? Yep, pretty much. Because I want you to put it this way. You have been stopped at every avenue, which means they don't want your advances, right? Which means you should probably stop. And I know that that's the last thing that you want to hear, but how many times can you run into a wall before realizing the wall's not going to move? You got to, like, just have a seat, right? Work on you. Work on the things that you control instead of continually diving after things you do not control, because that is guaranteed to make you feel worse. And we don't want you to feel worse. We want you to feel better right now. So if your ex, no matter what you do, is just like putting up wall after wall, leave me alone, I don't want to talk to you, I'm blocking you, this and that, just leave them alone. Because what's your other, like, what answer would you like me to say? Show up at their work, right? Stalk them? That's not going to get anything done, and is also illegal. Don't do that. You had a great date. Ooh, Savory, you got to tell us about it on Twitch. That's exciting. By the way, we're doing our usual Sunday call-in Twitch streams after. So if you would like to get essentially free coaching from me. Also, I'm doing a coaching giveaway today, too. We will be live in about 30 minutes on twitch.tv/HiRory, which is just a different live streaming platform. There's a lot more tools at my disposal over on Twitch. So, okay, let's keep going. Digitalized says, Rory, my ex texted my best friend last night asking her to hang out. My ex texted my best friend asking her to hang out. Okay. My ex did not like her before and has a boyfriend now. Been no contact 3 weeks since she revealed that. She even mentioned that we spoke recently. She has never reached out since we broke up, so it's very strange. I would love to give you an answer, man, but that is entirely mind reading, right? I wouldn't even know where to begin on giving you an answer there. I don't know. I would just say, see where it goes, see where it develops. Do men like when a woman pursues them? I hear it's a big no. They don't like it. Men never get to... Okay. Huge blanket statement. Many grains of salt. This is not a one-size-fits-all answer. I can speak to the men... I can speak for myself. I can speak to the men that I've coached. That is it. And people in my personal life, things like that. Men would be thrilled to be pursued. Again, I can't speak for every man. I would say... See, most of the men that I know are the types of men that if they get a single compliment from a woman who is not like their mom or their really good friend, you know, someone, even if it's another guy, by the way, if they get a compliment from someone who doesn't know them, who has no reason to compliment them other than they meant the compliment, men would be thrilled. Men would ride that for weeks. I was with my fiance. We were at a family party once, and someone shows up. This is like a long time ago. Someone shows up that I have never met. He walks in. He's a good-looking dude. So I was like, "You're a good-looking dude." I've never met the guy. I don't have any ties to him. I have no reason to say this to him other than like, "Sheesh!" Right? God damn, good-looking dude. And he teared up a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." You know, I felt like bad, but he was happy because he just wasn't expecting it. Because we never get that, you know? Men don't really get, again, huge blanket over this. I realize I cannot speak to every situation. I can only speak to myself and to situations I coach. I cannot speak to everybody. So, someone doesn't feel the same way. They don't want to be pursued. But I would say men would be fucking ecstatic if you'd pursue them. Most men, I think. Saeed, you're very, very welcome, man. I'm glad I could help. Nimrod says, I'm good. I just found out for the first time since 5th grade I'm in the proper weight for my height. The women are checking me out, which helps moving on from my ex. Her loss. There you go, Nimrod. Congratulations, dude. It's a nice feeling, isn't it? It is a nice feeling. I suspect that my ex is talking to a friend. How do I deal with the situation? You don't. You don't. You let them... Look, they want to set up a bomb. You let it blow up. Don't get in the way. Don't go chasing bombs, my friend. Because Tariq, or Tarek, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. What could you do that wouldn't just accelerate what they're doing? You know? What could you do? So your ex is doing something you don't like, but you don't have any power, any power, any control, anything like that over them. What could you do that would make them go, gee, thanks. I like being controlled by someone else who's not me. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but like that's part of it. That's part of it. Morgan says, I've been trying to find a date online, but I felt like most of the guys I talked to are only interested at first, then a few days later I lost interest. Am I boring or just didn't find the right person yet? I would say you very likely didn't find the right person yet. You have to remember that online dating is, and one of the reasons I don't particularly like online dating, though I acknowledge it's not going anywhere just because I don't like it. Online dating is full of mind reading, right? So let's say if I text someone and they text back, then I text them again, and then they don't text back for like 3 hours. Most people's minds immediately go to, are they playing games? What is this? I thought they liked me. Why are they playing games? They must be texting a million other people. Like, our anxiety just grabs and holds and then doesn't let go. So we take all of these different thoughts, right? All of these different self-doubts, all of these different self-esteem issues, and we inject it into online dating. And then we're surprised when online dating is a fucking mess because I'm cursing a lot today. Sorry, YouTube. Please don't demonetize me. We're injecting all of these self-limiting beliefs about ourselves and about the situation into the situation. And nobody just says what they want. The reason dating's hard is not because dating apps, or not because narcissism or whatever the hell people want to pretend it is. The reason dating is hard is because nobody just says what they want. Because they're afraid to. They're afraid of being punished for saying what they want. Or they're afraid of the other person not wanting what they want. But in reality, when you just say what you want, you'd be shocked how quick you get what you want. It's backwards and nobody expects it, but that is where we're at. Let's see. If I was a female attracted to a young... Why do guys say females all the time? If I was a woman attracted to... If a woman I was attracted to was pursuing me, I would be elated. Got it. To the people who identify as female in the chat, how do you feel when someone who does not identify as female says the word female? I feel like it's become condescending. And Victus, I'm not saying you were trying to be. I'm just, how do we feel about that? I feel like that word has become very polarized thanks to the pickup artist community and the red pill community. People like Andrew Tate. I don't know if you guys have seen him. He's all over the internet right now, and he's just a universal piece of garbage. More at 11. Hey, Rory, if an ex has told you that they never want to appear in your life again, do you think you can ever change that? I mean, a lot of the time we say things because we're emotionally charged, you know? I think that it is not... When someone says a thing like that, take them at their word, right? Don't just assume you can change their mind. However, in my experience, and I have a lot of it, in my experience, it is generally a statement of heavy emotion, and if you let that emotion kind of get out of the way, their mind tends to change over time. But one of the worst things you can do in these types of situations is try and control them. That's one of the biggest... I should really make a video. I don't think I've ever made a video about this. There's so many topics. It's so hard to remember what I haven't covered. One of the biggest mistakes people make in dating situations is they try and control their FNAFing ex. You cannot control them. They don't want to be controlled. The more you try and control them, your chances just turn to zero because they don't want to. Who wants to be controlled, guys? Who wakes up and's like, gee, I hope the person I dumped tries to control everything I do and everybody I talk to. It's like it's exhausting for them, you know? Let's see. Dave, what's going on, man? My ex and I remained friends. She said something that insulted me, so I stopped texting her. Now she says I ignored her, yet she never apologized or initiates texting me. Confused. So she said something that insulted you. So you ghosted her. Dave, did you communicate what insulted you? Were you like, hey, that's really not cool with me. Can you not say that? And she said like, no, well, you just need to deal with it. I'm going to say it all I want. Is that what we're talking about? Because if that's what we're talking about, that one's on her. But if she said something you didn't like and then you just disappeared for days and then she's like, you ghosted me, that's on you. So I need a little more context there before I can... Thoughts on Nofap and retention. Yeah, I should do a video about Nofap. Too late, Sean. I saw it. I saw your message. Too late. There is a belief that This is a topic I never touch. We never really get into sex or anything like that. If I cover a video, I'll let you know, because I am not... I don't really know or understand the Nofap thing. I understand that Nofap is like not masturbating, which is fine if that's what you choose to do. I don't know that there's any proven medical benefits to it, you know? I would say if you want to control sexual urges, go to the gym. That's the reality. And if you're trying to increase libido, go to the gym. Because exercise, we know this to be true scientifically, completely. Resistance training in males, and I think in females too, I'm not actually sure, increases free testosterone. Like, we know this to be true. So if, like, it's so funny that working out is like a, it's like a natural antidepressant. All right, let's see here. Saeed says, it's been 2 years since my breakup. Your advice really helped me go through that tough period. Good, man. I'm glad I could help. And honestly, I found new life and happiness, and I don't think about my ex anymore. Thank you. Dude, you're very welcome. Congratulations. Proud of you, dude. Austin says, let's see. Austin says, if an ex mentally has mentally left the relationship before breaking up, how is that? Sometimes I feel like I forget how to read English. If an ex has mentally left the relationship before breaking up, how is it that down the road they are affected by the loss? Because they're... Okay. I understand your question. So let me try and reword it. My ex checked out during the relationship. Why would they be impacted later? Because the breakup is real now. It actually happened. You're actually gone. You're gone. Like, they can't see you anymore, right? The John Cena, they can't see you. So if they're not here, and you're not here, and the actual circumstances surrounding the relationship are not here, it's real now. Right? It's fun to talk about having a baby and what we're going to name the baby. It's fun to talk about buying a house and what the house is going to look like and all these little things until the bill comes. Now it's real. Now there are consequences. Now you actually have to deal with it, right? Everybody hates their parents. Oh, mom and dad always trying to control me. You don't like your parents until you can't have them anymore. Then you wish you spent more time with your parents. It's a little macabre, I realize, but like, it's that. Consequences come. You always say to tell your ex if your mind changes, give me a call, but I don't agree with you on that. It's cool. You don't have to. It's just, this is advice, right? What would you do, Nina? Would you rather play mind games? I'm not being shitty. I'm genuinely asking. You're a natural antidepressant there. Hi, Burner. How are you? Nathan says, she elected to stay, but is still distant. She's avoidant. But we were a good match in almost every way. Am I being a doormat? Perhaps. I need more context. And I think we're speaking, right, Nathan? Am I making that up? Your name seems familiar. If she's staying and the quality of the relationship is low, you want to consider. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Where you been, Nathan? Nathan, come to Twitch, man. You can call me on Twitch for free. This is a reminder. We are doing Twitch in about 25 minutes. And I have a phone line set up and a website you can go to call in and speak to me directly. Like what you're seeing right here, and we'll hear your voice and you will see me talking to you. Yeah, it's just like Miss Cleo. Call me now. Yeah, exactly. Although I like the rebranding, though. I like the rebranding. It's like the Heaven Hotline. I do like the rebranding. It's fun. Let's see. Lady D says, I have a crush on a guy, but recently found out he's friends with my ex, who is now married. Is it okay to pursue this friend? Yeah, he's married. He's married. Lady D, you go for it. You have fun. You enjoy yourself. Dre says, hi, Rory. Been a silent reader here for 2 years. I finally found my love after 3 heartbreaks. Yo, Dre, congratulations, man. Good shit, dude. Congratulations. Daniel says, hi, Rory. Me and my girlfriend broke up 3 weeks ago. I'm sorry you're going through that, Daniel. She said she needs time to find herself and spent time with herself. We decided to see each other once a week, but haven't met in 2 weeks. I stopped texting her, and 3 days after, she reached, but we didn't fix a date nor anything. She's been liking my Facebook posts. I really want us to work out. Yeah, dude, if she reached out to you, you can reach out to her and set that date. That's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. And the reason that it's fine, because all you hear is like, oh, no contact, no contact. You got to go into no contact. But they broke contact. They are reaching out to you. They are talking to you. They are liking your Facebook posts. You guys are in contact, right? No contact is like breakup. Now no contact. The Heaven Hotline. I like this. Thank you for calling the Heaven Hotline. What can I do for you? Yeah, I ripped the tag off the mattress, the one you said you're not supposed to rip off. Oh, God. The big guy upstairs ain't gonna like this. I can see the branding right now. Branding writes itself. Do you think fearful avoidants are less likely to come back? No, they're probably more likely. Let me be careful. Okay, let me be careful. People try and use attachment theory to describe all problems and explain all problems. The important thing to remember about attachment theory is that it's a theory, right? Attachment theory, this is important, and I want everybody to listen. Attachment theory is a very good guess, but it is still a guess. That's why we call it a theory. And it's called theory because we can't prove it. We can't say, this is the way we think. This is the way we attach. It's a pretty good guess. Explains quite a lot of problems. But people use attachment theory in situations where there's detachment. Attachment means how I connect to you, not how I disconnect from you, yeah? So just because someone has a fearful avoidant attachment style doesn't mean that they won't miss you. I would say it's really only a problem when someone's a dismissive avoidant and they just kind of didn't want the relationship to begin with. And even that's a misrepresentation because if they want a relationship, that's why they're there. But they are more... they hold on by a string, if that makes sense. So, like, they want it, but... let's see. Who didn't I get to? In your experience, how often do exes reach out after no contact? So if I answer that question, I'm going to give false hope to the, 70 people here and the 1,000 people that watch it after. So I'm not going to answer. I mean, thank you for your question. I'm not trying to be shitty, but I don't... What comes after is painful or hopeful. So I don't want to engage in those things. Elliot says, breakup was 10 days ago. I've blocked her on everything. I'm so conflicted, but I know it's ego love and not true love. Good for you, Elliot. Elliot, that's a really adult thing you just said. Good for you. I think I'm anxious, preoccupied, and she's avoidant. How do I handle this? If she's avoidant, the best thing you can do for an avoidant is give them space. Avoidance, I am one, by the way. I'm a fearful avoidant. Avoidance like space. We like not feeling smothered, right? And trapped. And if you make them feel smothered and trapped and like they don't have choice, watch them disappear quicker than anything. So you have to be able to give them that space. And that's problematic because anxious people feel the opposite. They're like, I need, and not always, right? It's situational. All of this is situational. Anxious people tend to feel like they're going to be abandoned. So you have someone who needs space with someone who doesn't like space, at least too much space. You put them together and you get like all these explosives everywhere all the time because it turns into a toxic, cyclical relationship. And again, not always, right? I can only speak to what I see. So I think it's important to remember that we can title ourselves as much as we like, but we're still individuals. And all of these different things, if they completely exist and the guess is totally right and attachment theory is completely real, it is still a spectrum. You can be a little avoidant, or you can be completely avoidant. You can be a little anxious, or you can be totally anxious. You can be afraid of going outside, right? You can be agoraphobic. You can just get kind of nervous when your partner's talking to someone else, so it's like situational anxiety. We're just different people, and that's, I think, the important thing to remember in any case is stop grouping yourself and just remember that you're an individual, right? Here we go. Il Violino. Why is it common to label one behaving selfish, arrogant as a narcissist? Because people just... That's a good question. People like to use the word narcissist. The majority of people I hear that use the word narcissist have no actual clue what narcissist is. Narcissism is a genuine mental health disorder. It's a mental health issue, right? It is nowhere near as common as people would have you believe. It's just not. It's just not. So, like, what I'll hear a lot of the time, particularly from young people, is, well, my ex is a narcissist. My ex was mean to me. They're a narcissist, right? I was really nice to my ex, and they still left. They're a narcissist. They blamed me for everything. And it's like, not a narcissist, just a dick, right? Just a jerk. There's a difference. You can be mean and not be a narcissist. Narcissism, and I'll do a whole video on this, and I will read directly off the DSM, right? So it's not even like talk to a psychiatrist, talk to the people who know. I am not qualified to give a whole seminar about narcissism, which is why that video will be strictly me relaying the information that is written down in the manuals psychiatrists read from. I'll just be relaying information, not creating it. But narcissism is a genuine mental health problem that is quite rare. So for people to say narcissist, survivor of narcissism, it's like, no. For the people who have genuinely dealt with narcissism, it's horrible. Horrible. And they'll tell you. Briefly, narcissism is someone with an incredibly low self-esteem. I mean, incredibly, ridiculously low. And they kind of, instead of shying away from the world, they do the opposite. They go out of their way to tell you and everybody else how amazing they are, right? In every single sense of the word. I'm the best of the best. I'm the best of everything. All my friends are the best, and they're famous, and you know, a lot of this. You know what I'm saying? You catch my drift? A lot of this. And narcissism can include delusions of grandeur. It can include a ridiculous amount of lying about pretty much any subject. It can include, direct manipulation. There's no other word for it. It's direct and purposeful manipulation, gaslighting. I would say the gaslighting is perhaps the biggest thing you'd see, right? They can never be wrong. It's always you. If a situation didn't go the right way, it's because you did something wrong, not them. I'm perfect. I can't do anything wrong. It's that. That's a bit of narcissism, and that's not even covering the full thing, right? But imagine having a self-esteem so low that you need to go the opposite way and convince everybody that it's actually you're the best thing ever. That's narcissism. It's a true ego problem, and it's behavioral by nature. But I think there's a medical component, obviously, but a lot of it can be dealt with through talk therapy, right? Nathan says, my ex came over last night and she said she still loved me and we did stuff. But when she left, she said she still doesn't want me. I feel like she used me. Nathan, I'm sorry that happened to you, man. I would use this as an opportunity to remind yourself that your ex is still physically attracted to you. And while that will give you hope, and that's not generally my intention, it's just to avoid doom. That's the fine line we have to walk here, right? I'm not trying to give people false hope. I'm just trying to get them to not give themselves false doom. What I would say, Nathan, additionally, is that you can use this as an opportunity to set up a boundary. Like, hey, cool, you came over, we did what we did, great, had fun. Don't call me again unless it's for a relationship. And you put that into kind terms, obviously, but that should be sort of you lay it out like that, you know? But don't use those exact words. You can be kind. I think this is the big thing we all need to remember is you can be nice to your partner. You don't have to be a dick about it, you know? And sometimes we treat the dumper as though they are just villains, and that's not true. Sometimes the relationship generally was unhealthy, but one or both people didn't have the strength to let go. And I think we need to remember that. And I understand that my audience doesn't want to hear that shit. They want to hear like, no, you know, I didn't deserve to be broken up with. We could have worked through anything. But it's funny because when you talk to the same people years later, they're like, yeah, that was an unhealthy relationship for me, and I was definitely caught in the throes of emotion. But when you're talking to them while they're going through it, forget it. And not everybody, you know, some people, not everybody. I get it. I've been there, right? I've been there on my bed crying while my, you know, best friends were like, dude, this relationship was incredibly unhealthy for you and you know it. I'm like, no, it's not. So, I've been there. How to get over a breakup? Develop a coffee addiction. Guys, can we do a stream where I just give horrible advice? I feel like that would be funny. Like, we would have to clearly brand it like, this is horrible advice, don't follow this. Do like a comedy stream, right? We keep things too serious all the time. Broke no contact after 3 months. She said no for catch up. Is it too late to start? No contact. No. Just start. But do you see why we don't break no contact? It's because you're forcing yourself on them. They broke up with you and they run away. And then you run after them and you go, no, come back. It's fine. They're like, okay, cool. You didn't give me an opportunity to want you. You just want me to want you. And that makes me feel pressured. Now I run away. That's no contact. Agent, what's going on, dude? Sometimes the relationship should really end because people can outgrow each other and their expectations may change at any time. Exactly. Yeah, it's like what I was just saying. Sometimes you don't want it to end, but it's good. It's good and healthy for it to end. Sean says, tips for staying motivated, becoming more confident. As much as I'm trying to improve my life for myself, my ex often creeps into the back of my mind. It's like I need to forget her to move on. I push against that idea, man. I think that you can... Look, we're complicated creatures, right? We are complicated creatures. You can feel bad about an ex and still do healthy things for yourself. What we're talking about is motivation. You don't need to have motivation to do the thing. You just need to get up and do the thing. Motivation comes from consistent action, not the other way around. Sure, we get random spurts of motivation here and there, but okay. I never feel like going to the gym, but I work out with a personal trainer about 4 times a week, sometimes 3. I never feel like going, but I'm always glad that I went. And after I went, right, after I'm like walking back, about to hop in the shower, I'm like, I'm glad I did that. I'm kind of excited to do it again. That momentary burst of like inspiration, like, wow, look at me go. Yeah, good for me. And pride. You're happy. You're proud of yourself. You believe in yourself a little more. That's what it is. Let's go there. It's about the belief in yourself, right? If someone believes in themselves, they can change the fucking world if they want to. And I know how corny that sounds. I do. But how many of you truly, I mean, really fucking believe in yourselves? You say, I want to do that. And then you do it. And that's all there is to it. There's no other conversation. I wish to do this. Now I'm doing it. That's it. Is there a cure for narcissism? I don't think we have an answer to that. I don't know. I have a few family members who are doctors, 2 of which are psychiatrists. So maybe I'll have them on. Maybe I'll ask them about it. Is there any chance of breaking no contact? Is there any chances after breaking no contact after 3 months? Yes, but don't have hope. That's my answer. Yes, but don't have hope. Hope is not a useful tool. I need to like paint a banner. You know what? I should change this background to be, instead of like heaven, I guess. I need it to be like, don't have hope. Hope is bad. Hope makes this harder. Do you believe in manifesting it? Oh God, don't even fucking manifesting. Everybody who's here needs to say this. That needs to hear this. Any YouTube channel doing tarot card reading for an ex, manifesting an ex, any type of like woo-woo bullshit is fake and you're being preyed upon. And I realize that will upset some people. I'm sorry. You are being preyed upon. You are being preyed upon. And you don't deserve to be preyed upon. You don't deserve for these predatory practices to come to you. You don't deserve these dicks on YouTube telling you, oh, man, I gotta chill. This isn't Twitch. What am I doing? All these curse words. So, yeah, no. Maybe that's what we'll do on YouTube later. Maybe we'll look up some tarot card reading on YouTube, on Twitch. It's predatory. It's just completely predatory. And it pisses me off because the whole reason I started this channel is because of predatory practices. Specifically, other coaches. Specifically. I don't even remember who was around when I started this. I started this channel, what? 7 years ago now? 8 years ago? Oh my God. Has it been that long? And I'm going to start putting more effort into my other YouTube channel now. Actually, I have to record a video today. That reminds me. And I have one uploaded for the love chest. So you guys are getting another one on Monday. Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yes, because of the hope I'm on antidepressants and now struggling to do anything. Whereas my ex is out enjoying her life. She even said to me, she's better than me. Your ex sounds like a bitch, man. Anybody who says anything, any statements like, well, I'm better than you, is a bitch. Have you never watched Star Wars Rogue One? Shut up, Paul. Life isn't a Star Wars. If you look at the Rogue One movies, like all the Star Wars movies, they're just getting horrifically sad. Like, oh, wow, there's like 13 of us left in this rebellion. Every day more of us are dying. Have hope. It's like, no, you guys are screwed. You guys are screwed. One person with a glow stick isn't gonna overcome all this. Sometimes you have to know when to tap out. And we were talking about this on Twitch the other day too. By the way, we'll be live on Twitch in about 5 minutes. Twitch.tv/HiRory. The link is that right there. Come chill with us. Come follow us. We are going to be taking live call-ins from you guys. There is a phone number that you can call. It's a toll-free phone number. I pay for it entirely. And you can talk to me directly. Are you allowed to say bitch on... Yeah, you can say most curse words on YouTube. You just don't want to go overboard with the cursing because they will demonetize you. That, and I like to keep it classy. I like to keep it classy but real. I feel like that's the... I'm trying to walk that line. Also, besides my relationship, I'd like to say thank you. I found you on Spotify, and every time I drove, I listened to you, and has helped me through my anxiety and breakup depression. Yo, Daniel, you're very, very welcome, man. I'm very glad to help. Where's the limit? Well, if I told you the limit, I'd get demonetized, so. An ex of mine is interested in me again. She broke off with her boyfriend, and now he is writing and stalking me on social media. I just ignore it. How to handle it? Just don't date that person. You're an ex of mine. So an ex that you have, presumably who broke up with you, now broke up with their other boyfriend to come and date you again, and now the boyfriend is stalking you. Just hands off, my dude. Hands off, my dude. Yeah, but Savory, I'm already a YouTube partner. I'm already a YouTube partner, so does that mean I can get canceled on YouTube? That's how this works, right? There's a lot of scummy bad coaches out there, Brad Browning, Dan Bacon. Instead, can you name a few that you respect? I respected the shit out of the dating guy before he quit. I still respect that sounded shitty. I still respect him, but he's no longer here, so I'm not including him in this list. I like Susan Winter. I like Corey Wayne if you can find the right videos, but some of his videos are just really chauvinistic, and I'm not down with that. So, a grain of salt, a huge chunk of salt. Who else do I like? Susan Winter, Corey Wayne, certain videos. Believe it or not, Matthew Hussey is starting to make his way back onto my list. His old stuff just sucks. It's just bad. But I've been shown a few videos across the past few months, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe we are having an impact here. Who else? Coach Lee's all right. Yeah, he's a little gamey, right? He's trying to game the system. I see what he's doing. He's got his search engine optimization up. He doesn't actually do coaching. He's trying to sell the $47.99 plan. Besides that, I like him. Who else? Who else do I like? Andrew Tate? No, Andrew Tate can curse words. Craig Kenneth? Yeah, I like Craig Kenneth. I don't like how much Craig Kenneth charges. I don't like how much shit Craig Kenneth talks, but I talk a lot of shit too, so I guess, you know, who am I to judge good old Uncle Craig? Yeah. Okay, for the purposes of removing anything other than the content of the videos, so we're not talking about coaching, we're not talking about coaching prices or anything like that. We're talking just videos. Craig Kenneth is great, and you should watch him. Yes. Yes. Here's my main problem with this, gang. I am annoyed that nobody just talks like a human. Don't be a politician. Don't be like, well, if you work really hard and do the right things, you can get your ex back. Don't just talk to me like I'm a human being. Don't be a politician, a breakup politician here. We don't want that. Not here for it. Just talk to me at my level, right? And even in politics, I don't understand why people don't do that. Just stop using fancy words. Stop using fancy language. Stop talking to me like I'm an idiot. Just be real with me for a minute. End rant. Susan Winter's great, though. If you guys haven't watched Susan Winter, you absolutely should. All right, gang. We gotta go. We gotta go to Twitch. We gotta get that phone line ready. So, if you want to come join us over at Twitch, here's the link. I'm gonna spam it. Come join us there. Twitch.tv/HiRory. I'm gonna get the phone line ready. So, if you guys want to call in, we'll be doing that today. If you want to listen to other people's situations and stories, come over to us on Twitch. Make an account, all that. It's free. It's totally free. Twitch has way more tools at my disposal, so. Love Advice TV? Nope. No Love Advice TV. All right, gang. Love you guys. I'll see you over at Twitch.